the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Carr. Flushed out right. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, this defense for the They played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, LA. Jalen Guyton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra in. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On play action, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Carr now to throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Up 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Chargers 7.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 33.
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first down, it's Kellen. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Slam.
Here's Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Las Vegas first
On play action. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not?
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21. Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mine's 54. 69. Don't get nervous. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Wide. Get hustle.
Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
They run it with Ballage. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
16-yard line. 1 yard gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 9. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. Jalen Guyton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Raiders 21, Chargers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. To try again after the sack. Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
a lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
into the red zone. It's Carr. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Alert 3. Rush in. Slam.
Herbert on first down now. Steps away. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
54, right there.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Going deep here for Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run success.
And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. J.J. Nelson. His second touchdown on the season. And the first turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Complete to Kelly. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw here, Herbert. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Raiders.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Herbert. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. He's got the hook up here to Nelson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 23. Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right here.
From the gun, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
2nd down and goal. Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Kelly running left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a play fake. Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chargers 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
And down he goes. Brought down a
Raider sack. Bilal Nichols gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A big offensive experience.